My name is Jacob Garner. Today we're going to be talking a movie called Avengers Endgame. I consider this a war movie myself. Yes, it's not from like 1942 or it's not historical fiction, but I consider this a war movie considering the fact that two opposing sides fought and one side had to win. Endgame is the highest grossing film ever to be made, almost making $2.8 million. The directors, Joe Russo and Anthony Russo, did a very, very good job of directing this movie. I think that it is probably one of the best that they've ever done, in my opinion. It came out in April 2019, April 26, 2019, sorry. And 95% of people love this movie, 94% Rotten Tomato. But it is very good. I mean, what is there not to like? You got Iron Man, you got all your superheroes from your childhood fighting for the world, you know. The movie is very action-packed. It's 3 hours long and 2 minutes, which is very long, but it's definitely worth the wait considering that after a whole year of Infinity War, it all got hyped up to Endgame, and I believe that this is one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life that I'm always going to watch if I ever have the chance. The movie ends very sadly with Tony Stark, or Iron Man, current dead, dying. And it shows his funeral at the end of the movie with all the cast, like Nick Fury, Captain Widow, Thor, Captain America. And it's just a very sad movie at the end, but it's very action-packed, so let's get into it. So basically it starts off with Iron Man sending a message to his fiance or wife saying like, hey, I don't have any oxygen. I'm all the way out in outer space. I need help or I'm going to die in the next couple of hours. And Captain America gets this message, and a random object or a random woman comes out of nowhere, and it's Captain Woman. I keep forgetting her name, what it is. Shoot. Marvel. It's something to do with Marvel. It's a woman though. She's very powerful. She comes back later in the movie, but she comes and saves Iron Man, and he gets home safe, and he's got to go on an IV, and everybody's staring around like I don't know what to do, you know. And this is the first part where I start to get interested because Tony comes back from being in outer space, and then you start to feel all the Avengers form. And you get to get a little recap of what happened in the first movie with the Infinity War, about Hawkeye's kids disappearing. So as soon as Thanos snapped his fingers, the kids and 3.5 billion people got erased from the world, and that's just a recap of what happened. And now every superhero's on their own destiny, kind of, or they're on their own path, and every Avenger goes to get their own brotherhoods or their superheroes back to fight Thanos one last time and try to go through time space travel. What I really liked about this movie though was that it kind of relates to like World War II, because the Germans weren't done after World War I. Like they showed their like aggression, that they like could do what they wanted to do, and that was like the bad side. Like they said like, oh, we can stomp all over who we want, we can destroy whatever universe we want. But deep down inside, the Avengers were like the Americans, and they said no, like this is our country, like this is our freedom, like you have your space, like please don't do this, like just please leave it alone, you know. And basically in the middle of the movie there, it's leading up to the fight scene. They get all these like red space casts that basically bring back in time, let them go back in time, and then they collect all these Infinity Stones so Thanos can't get them in time, which those stones help build the gauntlet to snap and where everybody can disappear. But basically what happens is one of the characters, her name is Nebula. There's two forms of her, and her old form starts to get hurt by her current form, and her old form basically shows like what's going on, and she goes back in time instead of her or instead of her present form. So she unlocks the time capsule that they have built, and it sends Thanos and his group to present day. And basically what happens is there's a huge fight scene that occurs, and Captain America was, Thor was on the brink of being stabbed by Thanos, but as we all know, the god of thunder, or Thor, god of lightning, whatever you want to say, has two weapons, the Mjolnir, and then there's his other brand new axe that Groot made along helping him. And Captain America is a worthy person to hold one of these weapons that Thor has. So he takes his hammer and he defeats Thanos along with everybody. And all Captain America, not Captain America, Iron Man snaps, and all the people that were died 5 years ago, the 3.8 billion people, all came back to life, and they helped fight alongside Captain America, Tony Stark or Iron Man, and Thor, and they successfully defeat Thanos. But what happens is that they have to snap to eliminate Thanos again, and Iron Man does it himself and snaps, which kills off Iron Man in the movie, and it was a very sad ending because we had to watch the funeral of that. And in my opinion, yes, it's a very long movie, but I really loved it. There was not a doubt in my mind that had captured my attention the whole time. Yes, it starts off very, very slow, but the more you watch it, the more you get into it, the more it seems like, wow, this is a really good movie. I'd give this a 10 out of 10. This is like one of my perfect movies that I really loved. No matter what you do with this movie, no matter how much you look at it, without a doubt, you're gonna love what happens. And from the middle to the end, you're gonna really love this movie for what it was. And no matter what, I would definitely rewatch this over and over again. I'd definitely watch the series with my kids whenever I grow up and have them, because I really want them to show what they could do with their lives, considering they not save people, but show them the good and the kindness of others. But I really love this movie. I'd give it a 10 out of 10. And thank you for watching. This is my self-review, and thank you.